EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This afternoon, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Steeden as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. And that should be just fine. A good drive there to get the Saturday round underway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
159 yards left to the hole. Pin sitting on the left half of the green.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Well, it looked like it was in. Okay, it's a bogey here at the first. And he's going to drop back to -9. Back to the action here at the second, and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course, it all slopes to the left.
And that is going to wind up in this front bunker here to a fairly popular place, but it is deep, so a bit of a daunting second upcoming. Now, going to have to try and get this out and let it run. Yeah, tough to gauge quite how far the ball's going to travel coming out of the sand, and that checks up a little bit short. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain right where he is. For the lake on the left and thick rough on the right, this 434-yard third at Bay Hill is a beautiful but stiff challenge. Now to the par 4 third, picturesque and difficult hole, Frank.
It might be picturesque, but it's certainly not for the faint of heart. This is going to take your best swing.
Water all down the left side. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. And that's well done right around the bend in the fairway, took the lake out of play, and should leave a straightforward look from there. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Now a 7-footer. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And he'll stay right where he is. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novello back at the fourth. It's the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
The litmus test is that first bunker on the left side. If you can get it past that, you've hit it over 330 yards.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
So he'll dig in here as he readies his third to this par 5. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par. Frank, now to the 5th. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green. Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
Good soft hands. That is nicely done. A very makeable 8-footer for birdie. Now, that's a good opportunity unfulfilled. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he's going to remain at 10 under. Frank, the 6th is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be scary as well with all of that water.
And if you're a history buff, you'll remember in 1998, John Daly made 18. Beat that? Well, you're a little better than John.
What's wrong with 18? If you break it down, Frank, that's actually 3 pars and an eagle. By my math, that's pretty good work.
But you got 17 other holes to play.
And that is into the rough on the right side of this fairway, so understandably not wanting to risk it being too close to the lake. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll remain right where he is. Well, after that beast of a par 5, Frank, it is time to finesse one up on the green here at the par 3-7, just a little under 200 yards.
There's a big mound in the middle of this green. Flags above it, and then you've got to be really precise. If it's short of it, you can use that mound as a backstop.
That's a good-looking shot just left of the flagstick, and he'll have that left for his birdie. Just 5 feet left. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he'll move into red figures for the round at 1 under and 11 under for the tournament. Let's move on to the 8th. And Frank, what's ahead here?
Big par 4, just over 450 yards. Ideally, you want to get it down by that bunker where it's nice and flat, because that second shot, you know what's coming up.
Wind pushing this one a little to the right.
That got a fortunate bounce. It'll be just fine.
So after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4. That will get into one of those 2 bunkers behind this 8th green, and that is going to leave a very difficult shot coming up to a green that'll be moving quickly toward that water. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll stay at 11 under par. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. And what's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker. Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
So from the rough, his second at 9.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Iona's down there. This for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt, just a little bit off the mark. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. Yeah, that will mean it's a front 9 score of 35, 1 under par. 10th hole here at Bay Hill is not overly long, just 400 yards, but the emphasis is on accuracy off the tee. It's absolutely crucial. Put it in play in the right spot. You'll have a chance to get out of here with a birdie. No issues here. That is into the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
He's looking at 106 yards to the front, 116 to the hole, sitting in the front left hole location. Just a sand wedge. This is started left, gonna miss left.
You'd think he'd be good at bunker shots. He's been in so many today.
Might want to take a shovel with him. Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. Oh no. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. He'll drop out of the lead and wind up a shot back. Once again, water pops up here at Bay Hill. This at the par 4 11th. It's 438 yards. You want to sort of take this one around that lake on the left. But keep in mind, if you're too far right, then those fairway bunkers could become a problem. And that's going to wind up in a great spot, left center of the fairway. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. Oh, this is going to flirt with danger left.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Nope. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he's going to stay 2 back. Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570 odd yards, tiered high, let it fly.
Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. That's it. 2 solid shots right there, Frank.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5 and comfortably on for 2.
This one just about straight at it for eagle. Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Par 4 13th, Frank, you've played it on a number of occasions. How do you attack this hole?
Really one of the shortest on the golf course, but this is a fool's paradise here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. The strategy for the 3-wood leaves a full iron shot into this green.
Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still, one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Problems at all. The pace perfect. It is in for birdie. And he'll move to 3 under here. Just 1 shot off the lead. Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hill is it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots. And here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. Must fly it onto the green.
Try to fly it all the way back there, but that'll be too much as it trundles over the back of the green.
And that flop shot was actually a little bit of a flop. Comes up way short.
quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And he's going to fall out of the lead and wind up a shot back. Onward now to the 15th, 429-yard par 4. Dogleg right. Accuracy off the tee is a must. Magnolia trees guarding both sides of the fairway.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So, from the rough, down the Nota.
Left with 154 to the hole, coming off a bogey on the previous hole. Got to get it back here.
Well, as an old baseball announcer once said, going, going,
gone,
goodbye.
Certainly seen some short game skills today, and that's more evidence here, really keeping this round together as we get closer to the clubhouse.
Okay, safely in for his par, and he'll remain one shot back. Back on the tee here at the 16th. Frank, lay it out for us. What's ahead on this hole?
Well, even though there's two bunkers, one on the left and one on the right, it's the shortest of the 4 par 5s. You can almost take those out of play and have just a mid-iron in here, but we all know what's coming up.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. Well, that can happen on a par 5. I mean, you let it rip on that second shot, trying to get it home into, and you end up just a little bit long.
Yeah, too much mustard. Obviously did not want to be short, but problem now comes from over the back.
Yeah, just able to pop that one out of there, but that will only make it onto the fringe. Smart play from that distance. Just use the putter to make sure you get the line, and this one goes down for a birdie. So we've talked about these par 3s here at Bay Hill, and they finish with a doozy. It is the 17th at 221 yards and all sorts of trouble. You can see that beach bunker in front. There's the water to deal with, oftentimes a difficult hole location. You're thrilled to walk out of here with a par. Getting some sand in the shoes now for a second straight hole. He's in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, too much spin coming out of that sand. Not quite the run out you're looking for, and that'll come up a wee bit short. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par. It'll hold tight at -13. Frank, the scene of so much drama through the years, the 18th here at Bay Hill. What's the key?
Their fairway is rather generous, but once again it pinches in around 320, 330 yards. You've got to be cognizant of that. And of course that green shapes to the right, so good tee shot makes that second shot a little bit easier.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Now note his second from the fairway.
151 yards to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
A lot of movement on this putt left to right. I think the idea here is just to get it inside sort of a 3-foot circle. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, a good putt, able to save par here at 18. That will be a third straight round in the 60s. So for the golfer we've been watching, it will all be on the line tomorrow. It is a tie atop the leaderboard after 54 holes, Frank.
And with 18 holes to go, it's really hard to pick the player that's going to stand out. It could very well come down to one loose shot or perhaps something great.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.